I'm going to talk about the Florida competition. What was the Florida competition in the past? Years ago, when there was not too many colleges around, we developed a North Florida versus South Florida competition. Before that time, players in various cities would call around to ask good players if they could travel and play for their team. This was done, by the way, when foreign sides, Division I and II clubs, flew into Florida for tune-ups with other U.S. sides. Why was there a North-South game? Oh, by the way, the tie I'm wearing is an old tie given to select side players who made the Florida select side. Why was there a North-South competition? Basically to find a Florida select side. The Florida administration decided to develop rugby by rewarding any player selected to the Florida select side partially paid tours so that potential Eagle selectors could see them play. For 4 or 5 years, there was a good, strong rivalry amongst the North-South players, and it was an honor to wear the jersey. Why was that format changed? Well, with new management, there's always a risk for new ideas, different wants and different agendas. And I know, for instance, that the FRU spent very large sums of money developing the college program and the youth programs to some tremendous success. Why we stopped a natural way to choose our best athletes, I don't know. What benefit would be realized if our own competition was developed further? Some years ago, there was an outcry from many of the men's clubs asking to tone down or reduce the amount of games being scheduled. The reasons were valid. If you were a working man or a family man, what about the single guys and college guys? Florida simply eliminated a full September to December schedule and first tried a free-for-all scheduling of games, or friendlies. For a while it all worked, but then we started All Florida Day. First it was a 2-month contest of participants, volunteers. You could play or not play. And then it's now reduced to a 2-day affair. If our young players are to advance in their skills, as I've mentioned before, they need hundreds of games, not 20 or 30 a season. If Florida players want to get better, they must commit to playing rugby. More experience means better play. Better play means success. How would it all be funded? Prior to this year's budget, Florida had a budget that could be used to start proper programs and grow this experience. Like I said, it's a start. Everyone must face the fact that it takes money to play any sport, and rugby is no exception. With careful planning and worthwhile programs, Florida can once again begin the growth process. I will explain this concept in my next topic of the Florida Rugby Union budget. Who would be eligible to participate? I would propose 3 different select sides: men, women, and youth, to be funded by every club in Florida, of which there are 65 clubs, including the youth, college, men and women. Players under 18 would be required to present a parent's permission to play in events or tryouts where adults were participating. Players who are under 15 years would need parental permission to play in under 18 events. This proposal is based on everybody's participation and understanding that it's just a start. I know that there are many different age groups proposed, and in some instances it's a good thing. But we need to be able to fund 3 strong groups of individuals, of squads of 30 or 40 people, so that I can invite foreign sides over to Florida and get a game, a good game. Having under 19s, when they bring over 21-year-olds and 17-year-olds and mix just to come over and play, that's not growing the sport. I want to have structured select sides in Florida with select side players so that we can grow our sport.